and welcome to Uncover. I'm so glad that you're joining me on this particular episode. And like usual, on Uncover, we get to tackle issues that concern you, concern those around you. All you have to do is be a part of this program by subscribing to our YouTube channel. That is Walanda TV Studio. Follow us on Facebook, Walanda Studios. We'll be so glad to hear from you. So I'm joined today by a special guest. He is Dr. Purpose, a mentor and a teacher, and he'll help us discuss issues to do with purpose. I believe this is a massive topic because each and every person, I want to believe, was born for a purpose. Dr. Purpose, thank you so much for joining me.
No, thank you for having me on this program.
All right, so how have you been? I know the environment in the country at the moment is quite low. There's a lot of confusion, uncertainty. We lost our 60th Republican president, and now there's a lot of emotions that are going on. The opposition saying this, but in general, how do you feel about the late?
I think it's actually a sad development, of course. But what I can say is that if one is living, you're supposed to make sure that you make an impact on the lives of others. So you'd actually see that you can actually give people money and they would actually forget you. But there's something that you can do to actually change lives, and when you die you'd actually be remembered. So for our president, he really touched lives. He's really loved. He was loved by people. Yeah, there are some certain things that might have happened and all that. We are all human, of course, but if you live your life, you might have fouls, errors and all that, but if you touch a lot of lives, you definitely be remembered. So it's quite a sad development, and I just pray that God sees us through all this.
Yeah, that is actually true. And I like the fact that you attached even your comment on the issue to do with purpose, the way you're remembered at the end of the day says a lot about your purpose and what role you played in life in general. So, what exactly is purpose? How do you define purpose?
So I can actually define it as the reason why something was actually made. That's like the easiest definition we can have. So if someone is making a product, they would know why they are making that thing. And the way you'd actually see it is that their design would actually give you an idea of what something can actually do.
Yeah.
So if I'm making a phone, I'm like, okay, I think this must be used for communication. So someone's supposed to like say something, and someone somewhere is supposed to like hear what I am saying. So that's why there's a mouthpiece and there's an earpiece. So if you're calling someone, then there's just a mouthpiece. Then nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
You just be talking. Then
Yeah.
yep. So purpose is just the reason for something's existence. This is definition I can actually give you.
So we would agree that every person was born for a reason, or others just found themselves on earth.
No,
Is there a
definitely,
purpose behind everyone?
definitely, definitely. So some people might not be Christians, but there's a verse in the Bible which says, "I knew you before you were born in your mother's womb. I knew before you were born, before you were formed in your mother's womb." So come to think of it, I knew before you were formed in your mother's womb. That means he knew who his parents would be. He knew who his parents would be. That means the great, 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 he knew all that lineage. So meaning if someone was born, it will be in line with what God had actually designed.
Yeah.
Yes. So I am here for a reason, you are here for a reason, and even everyone watching is here for a reason. Whether you know it or not, it's up
It's
to you,
up to
but
you.
you are here for a reason.
Let me go to the main question. How can somebody discover their purpose? Of course I was born for a reason, but what reason was I born for? How am I supposed to even know that?
Okay, I think you've heard this thing of saying one of the ways to know what you're really good at is trying out a lot of things. You tried this, you try this, you try that. Then what works for you, that's what you actually get into. But what I see to be like more supreme if I want to know why this phone was made, I can't ask you because you did not make that phone. You might know how it works and all that, but you don't really know why it was made. Yeah, you might have an idea of what it can do, but he that made it knows better about that product.
Yeah.
Because you know, okay, if I'm making this phone, okay, I want it to do A, B, C, and D. So I think I'll put these features in the phone so that it can actually do this and that.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, who made man? I believe God made me and you. So that means if you are to know why you are here, God should be your first source.
Wow.
That should be your first source because he made you and I. So he knows why he made you and I. So if there's something that's wrong with me, he's the one who made me. So he will know like how to fix me.
Wow.
But if I ask you, you'd actually try to fix me based on how you see things.
Yeah.
So if you have a certain life experience that's unfavorable, maybe you went through certain situations that are unfavorable, if I come and look for like help from you, you might not really help me
Okay.
because you might actually be looking at things from a different side.
Yeah.
But he that made me would actually see me from my own side.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what I'm getting here is I should consult God. Does it mean I should maybe go to a church, look for a prophet so that they can prophesy to me, because we know a prophet speaks God's mind.
Yes.
So should I go there and say, okay, tell me what God is saying about me for me to know my purpose? Because the source here is God.
So, one of the ways in which you can actually go about that is through his word.
Okay.
So, the Bible says that he has actually placed his word above his name. Now, let me give an example. If you buy a TV has got a manual book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like almost everything has got a manual book. It shows you the features and what each of those do. So, for you and I, we have a manual book, which is the Bible. So, if you know someone, they would actually tell you more about them. Like if you chat with someone and all that,
Yeah, usually
you'd get
it's
to know
about
them on a deeper level. So if I spend an hour with you and someone has been with you for like 20 years, there'll be a difference. I might know some certain things about you, so you might even be pretending. But if someone has been with you for like 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, they would at least have a better idea of who you are. So if I want to know why I exist, I'm supposed to have that relationship with God. So it's not really like a one-sided thing, right? Like we just pray like, oh God, I'm sorry
Show me
for
who I am.
I'm sorry for my sins, but we say that okay, prayer is talking to God and God talking to us.
Okay.
That is communication, of course. So hello, no, how are you? Z, no, like how was your day? Then someone is quiet, you'll be like, I think I'm actually talking to myself. So if you actually have that relationship with him, there are so many ways that would actually show you why you exist. And like you said, you have prophets. That can be one of the ways, but that should not be the only way. That should not be the only way, because some don't go to church.
Yeah.
Yes. And
So, that's what I was going to. You're talking about God and God being the source. And there's me who doesn't believe in God, for example. There's somebody out there who doesn't believe in the Bible. Does it mean they are of no purpose?
no.
You know?
So the thing is this. There's we are all spirits living in a body, and we have a soul. So there are some people who might not be going to church, but they're actually living a fulfilled life. So when they were growing up, they're actually trying out different things and all that. Then they actually saw that there's something that they're really good at, like really good at.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give an example. I never did teaching, never.
Oh, really?
No, I never did teaching, never.
Mm.
But teach me something. Or just anything. Well, maybe how to use this camera, or maybe how to use something. If I learn that, next step, I'll be teaching that.
Oh.
So I did math at school. I was very good at math.
Mm.
And I was in jets, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, just explain a few things there. I explain. I'm understanding better than the teacher. So I was like, how come?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Then 2013, tried out. And they did extremely well.
Wow.
Yes. So I was like, okay, this is something that I'm really good at.
Mm.
So I was not prophesied that no, you're good at teaching. No. I saw that it's something that I can do without any effort, like really forcing it.
Yeah.
So there's something that you can do without you forcing it. Like it's something that you can do like all day.
Mm-hmm.
So I can ask you
Such
this.
a place. Mm.
If there's something that you can do without getting paid, what would you do?
Mm.
You can think of that.
Yeah.
And if all jobs were all paying the same and they asked you to choose one career, what would you choose? Because I know that the majority of people actually choose courses for the sake of the money.
Yeah.
I think like 99%. In fact, like maybe 99.8%.
Yeah, you need to see it's something
Yeah,
that must
yeah,
make
like
you rich.
no, there's one in this course. Just go and do it. If you do this one, my job school in Zambia. You will not find a job with this one. You won't find a job.
No, you
If
can't,
you
yeah.
do this one, or if you just finish, I know someone who works somewhere. They'll find like, a job for you. So you
So
go
you
and
jump
do.
on it.
You go and do something.
So that's very important, and I think that would help people realize what really they want for themselves and what their purpose is. Now I'm thinking, now let's attach the two, career and purpose. Should those move hand in hand? So if we're going to talk about career, and I think you gave a good example when you said people just jump on something because there's money. Does it really mean a lot of people are not living a purposeful life? Like their lives, they might have the success, but are not really living in purpose.
I think there are a lot of people who are actually successful. So actually, like how do you define success? Now let me give an example. I'm using a phone as an example. So he that made a phone knew that this would be used to what? To communicate. Yes. So if it's not working in communication, that means it has actually failed its purpose. So just imagine you can't call someone, you're just using a flashlight for the phone. I think you won't really be content.
Yeah.
You'll be like, why should I buy a phone and I'm just using a flashlight? Why not just buy a torch? Because I'm spending a 1,000, a 3,000, yet I'm just using it for a what?
For a torch.
Light. That's all. So like I think I've just wasted my money. So if someone is actually successful, it must be from the basis of purpose.
Wow.
So what we actually call, no, this one is successful. I know that. In what line are you actually looking at that? Okay, let me give an example of John the Baptist. If he was to be here today, would say this guy's failed in life because he's just in the wilderness, he's putting on clothes and all that.
Is it the same one who was eating locusts?
Yeah, you've seen that this guy is poor and all that. But his assignment was to be actually a forerunner for the Messiah. You've seen that? So those that saw him like, this guy is poor and all that, he's not living that life, luxury life, and all that. He's just eating malocust. Yeah, this guy is just a failure. But according to God,
God.
you'll be like, no, this one has actually done his what?
His purpose.
As simple as that. So to him, you're actually successful, but to people, you are not successful. So that means success can be defined in terms of what people see and in terms of what he wants you to do here on earth.
So I can be broke, living my life of purpose and be called successful.
Um,
I'm broke
with
and I'm living my purpose. Really, I'm fulfilled to say, yeah, this is what I feel I should do, and I should call myself successful.
with regards to being broke and living a life of purpose, I really believe that if you're living according to God's plan, there's always a provision for you.
Oh wow.
There's always a provision. So God does not sponsor what he has not started. He doesn't. So if he sends you, he'll make sure that everything is actually ready for you.
Okay.
So if you go on your own, then I'm like, God, I'm stuck here. I'm like, I did not
didn't
send you there.
there.
I did not call you to do that. That's why you are stuck.
Okay.
Because if I called you to do that, I would have made everything ready for you. Like everything is just in order. Okay, this one is there, and all that. Look at Jesus. There were people who were praying for him. Simon and all those. There was John who was there waiting for him,
Yeah.
and all that. So if Jesus was not in line with his purpose, he would have gotten married.
Let's talk about marriage and purpose. You know what? We're always told, when getting married, ask that man a question. What is your purpose? And then see if it aligns with your purpose. Is that really an important question?
I think the majority of women don't ask that.
Okay.
I think if there's a percentage of women who would ask a man that, I think there should be like 1%.
Yeah, because usually we look at the person's career. Okay,
This
he's
one
a
is
doctor. Yeah, he's a nurse. I think this aligns. We can do this. But how really does purpose, asking them about their purpose, guarantee to an extent a successful marriage?
okay. Let me give you an example. So actually, I play football, but my wife hates football. Like she really hates football. Like
She
hates it. Like I don't like anything football. I'm out.
Okay.
So if I marry that woman and we start a family, she won't be that supportive. She won't be that supportive. She won't. Just get rid of them. These majes, just get rid of them. So you'll be having those wrangles that will be there. The money might be there, yes, but due to the fact that what I do is not really pleasing to her, or she's not in love with what I do, would always fight. So if someone wants to get married to a pastor, yet they hate praying, they don't know God's word, like
Noise at midnight.
yeah, black guys are just making noise. So
Yeah.
you'd find that they'll be like abandewa my busa. But if you look at the character, she's like really something else. She's really something else. So that's why even as a man, you're supposed to know why you exist, so that as you're choosing someone, you choose someone who is in line with what you're doing. You can see that. So if I don't know why I exist, I can just marry anyone. There's this. If she has big what,
Big behind.
yeah. So you'd see that you'd be marrying someone on the basis of them, like having a certain physical appearance. You can see that. So you'd find that you get married to them, but you still have that void in you. Like I think you don't even want to go home.
Yeah.
You've knocked off from work, but you'll be busy with the boys. Because
you don't have similar interests.
Yeah, you're like, jeez. Because when you sit down, what do you talk about? Nothing. It's just arguments, or just bills, or maybe children misbehaving. No, this one was doing this one, or just like, no, this one was saying that we'd have a meeting next week, whatever, just reports. But if you have someone who is in line with what you do, you sit down and talk. Oh wow, so okay. I think we can do this and
But
that.
is that really valid? Because I'm thinking, if I'm a doctor, you know, and we sit down and we talk about our careers. Maybe I'm a doctor, my husband is a doctor, and we sit down and we're able to discuss about those things. Maybe our passions or maybe our purpose is saving lives. Really, we really want to save souls, and save souls in the context of hospital and everything. And we are able to have those conversations. Really, does that guarantee a good relationship?
Okay, that doesn't mean that if someone is a doctor, they should marry a
They should
doctor.
marry their wives.
Nah, you can actually be a doctor and marry an accountant. That's the thing.
But then you have the same purpose.
Yeah, you know, you have your own life and I have my own life. So there's a way that should actually supplement my life, because we are not complete. We are not born complete. So there's something that I'm not good at that my wife can actually be good at. And there's something that I am good at that she may not be good at. I'll give you an example. If I'm running a business and I'm soft hearted, you can see that. And let's say I'm running a loan business. You can say I give out loans and all that. So if I'm really soft hearted, month end, no, I don't have this, I don't have,
understand.
no, understand,
Okay.
I'm going through problems and all that. Like, geez, okay, it's fine. So you'd actually be good, but in the end you'd actually go broke. You can see that.
Yeah.
So if I'm to look for someone, if I find someone who is like as soft-hearted as I am, like really soft-hearted,
nice.
would die poor, like really poor. So if let's say I don't believe that someone should really take a lot of nonsense from people. I don't believe in that. Yeah, there should be a limit. Yep.
Boundaries.
Yeah, but if you're good-hearted, the people be coming into your life and all that, trying to like extort from you. So if I find someone who knows how to say like no, like without any emotions attached, then that would be good, because I know that no, the wife will say no.
The wife is dangerous.
Not because she's actually
Bad.
bad, but she's looking out for me, like
well-being.
no imwe mafishilamo hivi apa, then when to say no. Because if let's say you've been brought up like in a certain way, you're like a family pillar, you've seen your mother suffering, your parents suffering, and other people suffering. If someone comes to you and complains, no, I'm going through this, you'd relate,
Yeah.
because you've been there before. So
And you don't
like,
want
this really feels bad,
Yeah.
and I've been here, so let me just try by all means to like help them out,
Yeah.
when in fact they might even be lying.
Might be lying. They've not even made you their priority at that
Yes.
time. They even go and take over other bills. That's very true.
So you might find someone who is doing something different, but are they complimenting you? That's the thing. Are they, like, let's say, okay, let me give an example. You're like, let's say, clumsy, yeah, with the way you do things, just like put things anyhow. So if you have someone who compliments you, they'll be like putting things in order. Oh, let's put this in order. Oh, what am I looking for? I'm looking for this. Oh, okay. It's there.
Yeah.
But
Order.
if you're clumsy and you find someone who is also clumsy, now that's
That's a disaster.
Yes.
What disaster. Okay, let's now look at the end of a person's life. Okay, can purpose be lost? Like, you are born for a reason and then you die without ever discovering it, or at some point maybe you discover it and then lose it along the way. Is that possible?
You can never lose it. Impossible. So if you get a phone and you put it there, it won't be working. But that does not mean that it can't work.
Okay.
The day that you pick it up and call someone, it will start working. You can see that. So Purpose is something that's inherent, like it's in you.
It's in you.
So whether or not you know it or not, it's just there lying, waiting for you to know it. So if you discover it, yes, that's good.
If you don't,
If you don't, that means you're dead.
you die useless.
Yes. So many people have died without knowing who they were.
Are there people who are just born to, when you're born with a purpose, from what you've explained, usually it's for your good, right?
Yes.
That's why your success
No,
is.
as in it's not for your good.
Mhm.
It's for the good of others.
So it's for the good of others.
Yes. God does not make you
So
for you.
So
He
listen
makes
to
you
this,
for others.
This saying, born to suffer. Can somebody's purpose be that?
No. I don't believe in that.
You don't.
No.
Because we've heard it most of the times, born to suffer. There are people who are just born to be, they're rich and they're poor people. Your purpose could be on the poor people's side.
Okay,
Just
I really
to
I really
balance up
believe,
life.
I really believe that being broke or being poor, there's so many reasons why people are poor. So many reasons. And one of the reasons is you not knowing why you exist. That's one of the reasons. Because if you know why you exist, there'll be something that you'll be doing that will be of value.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's something that you are doing that is of value, people would pay you for that thing. They would actually pay you for that thing. So if someone is of value, you can be in the village, people will follow you.
Oh, yeah.
You can be in the village, people. Okay, let me give an example.
You.
It's really a bad example, but let me just give an example. It's really a bad example. Look at witch doctors. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Someone will be in like a bush somewhere,
Yeah.
like isolated.
Like a red cloth.
Yeah, people would move days or maybe hours just to go and see that witch doctor. You can see that.
Yeah.
Why they actually want something from that person. So if someone is broke, someone is poor. Okay, let me talk about being poor because it's a permanent state. Being poor mostly has got different reasons, but one of the reasons is not being of value. Yes, it's not being of value. So if people come to you, what problems can you solve for them? Like, are you solving problems for people or are you causing problems to people? So if you solve someone's problem, they're going to tell others. This one it does this and that. Oh, okay. Boss, how much do you charge for this? Oh, I charge. Okay. And if you're really good at that, that means you'll be known in that area. You want to pay? Oh, my phones. Just go to that guy. Oh, Eka. I know a guy who sells cars. He's very good. He's very good actually. Oh, just go to him. So you did not really tell people anything. No, I do cars. No. You're just there doing your own thing, doing your own thing. Yes, that's the thing.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, time is always an issue, but this has been quite an interesting one. And even as we are closing, I don't want to ask a lot of things, but can purpose change with time? Like, can your purpose change?
No, you can't change it, but you have unlimited potential. You have unlimited potential.
What do you mean by unlimited potential?
So what I mean is this. I'll give an example of what people say. This one has got a potential to become a president. Potential to become a what? A president. Okay, let me talk about, let's say, a councillor. This one has got a potential to become a councillor. So once you become a councillor, they won't say that you have that potential to become a councillor. No, they will say, he's a councillor now. He has the potential to become an MP. You can see that. So that means if you achieve a certain part of your life, there's more that you can actually do.
You can still build it.
You can build more.
Great.
You can build more. I think there's something that we talked about before we actually began, where you said, can someone do different things? Like, someone is good at different things. Yeah, like this and that, this and that. So if I develop a certain skill and I'm really good at that, that means it will be easier for me to learn something else. Very easy. So I'll give an example. I learned how to play a musical keyboard in 2004 when I was really young. So I know that very well. So if I'm to learn another instrument, it's very easy for me. Very easy. Very easy. So if someone is very busy, they actually say that if you want to give work to someone, give someone who is like very busy, not someone who's idle.
Oh.
Yes.
Give somebody who's busy, not the one that's idle.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why if you want to buy something from someone, or if you want to buy something, or let's say like hire someone, you'd want someone who is like very good and they're on demand. That means they've got a very busy schedule, but you'd want them because they're very good at that.
And they'll deliver.
Yes, but if you just go somewhere and no one is actually buying things from them, so if you set a queue, you'll be like, what's happening here? Those guys have got good things. Let's go and check what they're saying. You don't even know what is being sold, but you only saw, Baguli Sasha coach. I think I can also buy.
Yeah.
If there are a lot of people here, that means these guys are really very good.
Wow.
But if there's like a certain shop where there's no one at all, people be like, I think Vanapanga, these guys don't even.
Yeah.
Yes. So you can never lose it and you can never change it. It's still there whether you know it or not.
You can just grow in it.
You can just grow in it. Grow in it.
Great.
And it's not individual. You work with others. That's the way it is. You'd never be alone. You'd always work with others.
I see that.
Yes.
All right, so this is where we end our interaction. Thank you so much for making time to share your wisdom, to dish out your wisdom. It's been quite insightful and a whole experience, I must admit.
No, I appreciate that that I'm here, and I hope to be back again.
Definitely, I believe there's a lot more to talk about.
Definitely.
And to those of you that have been watching, thank you so much for watching up to this point. Remember, on Uncover, we touch on issues that affect you and those around you. So make sure you subscribe, like our Facebook page, that is Walanda Studios. Follow us on YouTube, Walanda TV Studio. We'll be so glad to hear from you. Comment and share this broadcast to as many people as possible. My name is Modifa Kapungwe, and until next time, bye-bye for now.